Hey guys, Ace Trainer Liam here. Welcome back to another episode of Pokemon WTF Moments. And if I look tired today, it's because I am tired. I walked my dog all the way to the vets today, and it's a 5-mile round trip, which for you might not be a lot. But for me, it's bloody knackering. She's getting big, by the way. Do you want to have a look? She's absolutely bloody massive now. 10.5 bloody kilos. I think the last time you saw her, she was like 5 kilos. Let's have a gander. Comparison side by side. Yeah, she's a little bit bigger, isn't she? But cute as fuck, bro. Hi. Hey, how you doing? Okay, hello. You are very, very cute. But you have to go away now. Yeah, long story short, she's bigger than she used to be. What a surprise. Anyway, if you're a fan of WTF Moments and you're ready for more, make sure you hit that like button. You know, I see you out there. I see some of you giving me 1,000 likes on WTF Moments. I like it very, very much. Thank you very, very much. If you enjoy WTF Moments, hit that like button, because it's like, what? Metromania who? Siri battles who? WTF Moments, you're always giving it 1,000 likes. So go for 1,000 again, see if we can do it. I'm not gonna up the ante just yet. Let's go for 1,000. Boom. Easy. Talked about likes too long. Subscribe, share, you know the deal. But without further ado, it's time to look at another banned episode of Pokemon. Let's have a look at all the WTF moments for Pokemon Season 1, Episode 38, Cyber Solider Porygon. Ignore the title there for a minute. What the fuck? Alright, before this episode begins, I want to get the serious stuff out of the way. When this episode first aired in Japan, it sent close to 700 people to the hospital with a variety of symptoms, from things like headaches all the way to more serious issues like seizures and even loss of consciousness. Now, whilst at times I may come across as an absolute bastard, I can assure you I'm not going to be making any jokes at the expense of these people, because that's just not cool, okay? Cool. Our episode begins with Ash and the gang taking a break in Matcha City, with a shocked Misty holding a Psyduck who's violently thrashing. Oh, Pokemon, you're not making this easy, are you? On top of this, Pikachu is apparently so worn out it's about to lose consciousness. Oh, I said I'd be good. I said I'd be good. Listen, at this point, I don't know what this episode is supposed to be called. When I was a kid, I always heard it referred to as Electric Solider Porygon. Most places online refer to it as Cyber Solider Porygon, and whoever subbed this version reckons it's AI Warrior Porygon. Honestly, at this point, I get the feeling that Deno Senshi Porygon can mean literally whatever the hell you want. So from now on, I'm going to call this episode Washing Machines Live Longer with Porygon. Washing machines live longer with Nurse Joy's losing her mind because the Pokemon transfer system is all kinds of messed up right now. And it's times like this I always argue Pokemon centers should be run by more than one person. The only other way I could see this place running smoother is if you shoved the broom up Joy's arse so she could sweep the floor as well. Oh look, in the exact city where the problem is, the exact scientist who designed the Pokemon transfer system happens to live. How convenient.
Well, actually, Liam, I think it's implied that this problem's happening at all the Pokemon centers at the same time.
You may have inferred that, but it's not been implied. We need more information if we're going to come to that conclusion. Thank you very much. Nurse Joy reckons Ninetales is rare. Yeah, tell that to Route 7 and 8. That's where you catch Vulpix in Pokemon Blue. So the problem is, Pokemon that are sent via the Pokemon transfer system aren't coming out again at the other end and are being replaced by a random common Pokemon like a Magikarp or a Rattata. And whilst the scientist who designed the very system that we're talking about frantically tries to find a solution, Brock chimes in with, "A computer virus could have caused it." Well, thank you, Brock. What would we do without you, mate? Expert piece of detective work there, mate. Seriously, mate, stick to Pokemon breeding. Ash thinks a computer virus means the computer itself literally has a cold. I'm gonna give him a pass on this one though. He is 10 after all. Pokemon and Kingdom Hearts crossover confirmed. When sudden IT expert Brock suggests using an antivirus program, the scientist claims that his system is so advanced no virus could possibly get into it. Well, it has done. Look at this fantastic map that Nurse Joy drew. Seriously, if all the maps in the world were drawn by this Nurse Joy, Ash and his friends wouldn't be getting lost all the time. Once they get to the scientist's house, they simply walk in without knocking. I would say it's rude, but I'm gonna give them a pass because that's exactly what a video game protagonist would do. I'm giving out a lot of passes today. Who is this generous new Liam? Must be ill. They're greeted by a gigantic hologram of the professor's head floating in the hallway, and it even pretends pretends to be affected by Pikachu's Thunderbolt and then just laughs it off. Mate, for an apparently famous scientist and the creator of the Pokemon transfer system, this nerd's got way too much free time. Brock spots the hologram's projector and explains that it's creating a realistic image in midair. Mate, when did Brock become this technological whiz kid? Like, between running the Pewter City gym and raising his million brothers and sisters and then immediately going off to travel with Ash, I can't work out where he's found the time to study up on all this. The hologram leads them into what looks like a giant glass elevator, but turns out to be a human-sized version of the Pokemon transfer system. This is why we don't follow strangers, especially not mechanical ones. Porygon turns up and the scientist calls himself a genius for creating it, and then Misty does one of my least favorite things that people do. She basically says, if you're such a genius, why couldn't you solve the problem with the transfer system earlier? It's just the stupidest argument. Like, the guy you're talking to is the guy that created the Pokemon transfer system that all the Pokemon centers use. He created a Pokemon in the form of Porygon, and you're gonna doubt his intelligence because he hasn't solved a problem that no one could have predicted? Not to mention, he's literally working on a solution right now.
Sit down, you dumb bin.
So it turns out Team Rocket stole the original Porygon prototype and then used the human transfer system to go into the computer where they're stealing Pokemon as they go through the transfer system. Can we just get a round of applause for Team Rocket? Because, like, wow. Hear me out, not only is this a brilliant plan, but it would have also taken great intel work to even find out that the guy is secretly building a human-sized version of the Pokemon transporter that can transport them into the virtual world. But let's also appreciate how bloody brave they are for voluntarily stepping into that machine that hasn't been tested on humans, sending themselves into the virtual world without even knowing if they can get back or not. That's dedication, that's absolutely incredible, and Team Rocket should be celebrated for being pioneers. The scientist tells Ash and the gang that they have to go into the computer and bring Team Rocket back out, as this should resolve the problem, but he doesn't really give them a choice. Then Brock, in all his wisdom, says,
Sending a human into the electronic world? No one's done that yet, have they?
"Have you not been paying attention, Brock? Team Rocket are already in there." Misty then asks, what if they can't get back? Honestly, don't worry about it, love. I've got a feeling plot armor's gonna be in full effect here. You'll be fine. The scientist tells them as the first people to enter the virtual world, their efforts will gain them great standing in the scientific community. They're not the first. Team Rocket are already in there. Why is nobody remembering this? I know this is more of a general cartoon trope than just a Pokemon thing, but why is it that whenever someone's teleported or transported somewhere, they always end up falling through some kind of portal or abyss like this? Why are they not just reconstructed in the other world, already standing on the ground or whatever counts as the ground? Well, it turns out there's actually no ground to stand on, but that's okay because Porygon can Dynamax for no reason. Yeah, there's some of that plot armor I was talking about. Brock explains that if they follow the network highway that the Pokeballs travel down, then that'll lead them to Team Rocket. I mean, that makes sense, but what if the path that you're following leads away from Team Rocket and then you're just endlessly traveling through cyberspace? Oh wait, plot armor. I feel a bit bad for Team Rocket here, because you'd be so happy, wouldn't you? You'd think you'd concocted the perfect plan, and yet somehow, even after you'd gone as far as to transport yourself inside a computer, Ash and the gang still managed to find you. God, you'd be pissed, wouldn't you? Porygon uses conversion and becomes a poison type, helping it deal with Arbok and Weezing. I say Arbok and Weezing, it just kind of tackles Weezing into Arbok and then that's enough to take them both out. Bit anticlimactic. Oh God, Porygon Zero's cry. I tell you what makes me make that noise. You know what makes me go, of course it's G Fuel, which I bloody need because it's a bloody hot day today. That is some tasty hype sauce right there, and it's 30% off with code ACE right now, so save yourself a butt ton of money, almost a third off your order. Code ACE, get yourself some money off. I love G Fuel, and I love you guys, and I want you guys to love G Fuel as much as I do. 30% off, god damn, go and do it before Monday. Hey guys, don't say it. Hey guys, look, don't say it. Have you seen it? Don't say it. Pokemon Sword and Shield. Okay, this shot really pisses me off. Ash starts pushing these barriers out the way so the Pokeballs can start moving through the transfer system again, but Misty and Brock are actually pushing the barrier that they have back towards the middle. What are you twats doing? You're meant to be helping. Pikachu uses Thunderbolt on Team Rocket. Thunderbolt. Inside a computer. Thunderbolt. inside an electronic device. That can't be safe. Team Rocket get blasted down the information superhighway. Great job, Ash and Co, but weren't you supposed to be bringing them back out? You've as good as killed them now. In a shocking heel turn, Nurse Joy has got someone in with an antivirus program, which will basically kill Ash and his friends if they don't get out of the computer soon. The gall of this woman, though, the actual audacity to be so fucking impatient that you don't wait for the creator of the entire transfer system to find a solution. You just go, fuck it, I'll get the antivirus bloke in. Nurse Joy is an arsehole. Pass it on. Aw, the antivirus is a cute little virtual ambulance. That's adorable. I like how blatant they are with the whole virus is a medical term, so everything has to look super medical thing. So the antivirus comes equipped with
Syringe missiles.
It's all just very on the nose, isn't it? Team Rocket have somehow managed to get back just in time for Ash and Co to fly off without them, which makes no sense because they were sent in to bring Team Rocket out. Are they just accepting that now the antivirus is here, Team Rocket are going to be killed off once and for all? Mate, that's dark. Oh look, now the whole antivirus ambulance has turned into a syringe X-Wing because apparently Pokemon wanted to convince George Lucas to do a crossover with them. That's a lie. They didn't. But you know what? That would have been really cool. That was also a lie. It would have been terrible. Here we go. The explosions have begun. And I hope whichever dickhead thought blue and red flashing strobe lights was a good idea is rotting in hell right now. You know, if hell were a thing. Seriously though, this didn't give me a seizure, but it gave me a fucking headache. It's not even the worst bit. The guy running the antivirus says that it has one more, even stronger command it can use, which turns out to be a massive beam of light. And at this point, while I was scripting the episode, I just had to stop and take a break for a bit because I just felt sick. Like, genuinely, I felt a bit ill. How did the people editing this episode not take one look at it and go,
Mate, these flashing lights are a bit much.
Well, actually, Liam, it was a different time. A lot of anime back then used strobe effects during fight scenes.
That's great and all, but I'm just saying, I've heard a term called Pokemon shock, but I've never heard of a term such as Dragon Ball shock or Cowboy Bebop shock. The antivirus bloke says the last command caused a system error, and Joy demands that he fix it immediately and don't bloody use that command again. Where does this Nurse Joy get off telling everybody how to do their bloody job? She is proper doing my nutting. So the antivirus's ultimate command that's supposed to destroy everything that shouldn't be inside the computer simply KO'd Team Rocket and their Porygon. Must be the trial version, they're always useless. On the plus side, now that we know the antivirus can't kill anyone, no more danger. Team Rocket almost get annihilated but are saved at the last second by Bulbasaur's vines. Honestly though, I'd have just left them. Call it an accident, never have to deal with them again. Would you miss them? Pokemon. Out of context. But seriously, Porygon apparently now is carrying too much weight to fly properly, even though it can change its size at will like it's been doing all bloody episode. That's bullshit, stop trying to make fake danger. The antivirus turns up once again, and at this point I'm surprised everybody riding Porygon hasn't shit themselves. That should shed some weight, shouldn't it? And here's the moment you've all been waiting for. Pikachu, without being asked, steps in to use Thunderbolt on the incoming missiles, causing the strobe effects that sent all those people to the hospital. Note that it was all Pikachu's fault. Porygon wasn't fighting, it wasn't attacking, it wasn't defending, it was just trying to fly with a bunch of people on its back. Pokemon even said it themselves, Porygon did nothing wrong. Although granted, they did delete this tweet, and rightly so. Because whilst the whole Porygon did nothing wrong meme is just a bit of light-hearted internet silliness, it's not the kind of joke you should be making when it's your show that caused all those hospitalizations in the first place. Read the room, Pokemon, read the room. See, even Ash says it was Pikachu's fault, and because of this, Porygon's been reduced to very rare cameo roles. Mate, Porygon didn't animate the episode, it shouldn't be punished for this.
Well, actually, Liam, I think the actual reason they stopped featuring Porygon prominently is because of its association with the Pokemon shock incident.
Well, that's why you make a Porygon episode several years later without all these strobe effects to show that you've adapted your animation style to be safer. Show them you've changed, don't just bury the problem under the rug. It's not like the internet's gonna forget about it anyway. The missiles went through the portal. Everybody should be dead at the other end. The professor's mansion blew up. Everybody should be dead under the rubble. Nope, they're all fine. What did I tell you about that plot armor? Team Rocket run away without Porygon Zero. God, they really are just the worst Pokemon thieves ever, aren't they? Fucking useless. The professor is sad that his human transfer system has been destroyed, but doesn't acknowledge the fact that his entire home has been destroyed. Priorities, mate. Then again, maybe he's got insurance up the wazoo. In which case, it's payday, lad. Pikachu reminds everybody that it's basically nearly dead, as it was at the start of the episode, which reminds me, he never actually got treated at the Pokemon Center at the start of the episode, so how how did he have all the energy to be blasting out all those thunderbolts? Maybe the transfer machine powered him up or some other anime bollocks. Right, okay, we're done. I need to go and lie down because this episode made me feel really fucking horrible. You're welcome. The things I do for you lot. So those are my WTF moments for Pokemon Season 1, Episode 38, Electric Soldier, Cyber Soldier, AI Warrior Porygon, whatever you want it to be. Let me know your favorites down in the comments below and any that I missed. Like, share, and subscribe. Pop over to Twitch, be a subscriber over there. It'd be freaking awesome to see you there. And if you want 30% off G Fuel, use code ACE. But until next time, I'm Ace Trainer Liam. Keep on training.